This assignment uses 3 programming concepts: methods, for looping, and if structures. We start with the structure of our program, which has a class print triangle grouping 2 methods inside of it, the main method and the print triangle method. The main method has only one instruction statement, print triangle, which will invoke or call the print triangle method with 2 input values, a char input of a character star and an int input of an integer 5. You can't solve any problem without first really analyzing what that problem is. So we'll look at the example output that was given and analyze it. For row 1, there's only 1 column. Row 2 has 2 columns. Row 3 has a 3rd column. Row 4 has 4 columns. Row 5 has 5 columns. So for each row, the number of columns matches the row number you're actually on. So now that we have this information, we can start thinking about building the for loops. For a for loop, and we've got 2, you have to know where you start, where you end, and how your value increases through the loop. We have this information now, so we can actually build the loops. Start with row 1. End when you get to row n, so keep going as long as row is less than or equal to n, and increase your rows one at a time. Don't skip any. Each row starts with the first column. Each row ends when the column is greater than the row, so it'll keep going as long as the column is less than or equal to the row. We build our triangle column by column without skipping any columns. So when we put the column loop inside the row loop to make a nested loop structure, it should look something like this. We start with one system.out.print statement for printing each character for each column in one row. We don't use a print line because we're doing one row and we don't move down to the next line until we're finished. But we do need to remember to move to the next line when we're finished, so we need a system.out.print line at the end of the row. That's going to go right in this spot here. This method will do just about everything we're looking for. Only thing missing now is the spaces in the middle of the triangle. The question now is, when do we know we're printing our character, and when do we know that we're going to print the space? The first column, the very last column of every row, and every column of the very last row. Any other column just prints a space, because we want the spaces in the middle of the outline of our triangle. So our if statement is going to say if our column equals 1, or the column is the same as the row number, so we're at the end, or if we're printing out the last row, which is equal to the value that was passed in for n. Else, print spaces. I didn't show you the complete if structure inside our nested loop. See if you can figure that out, put it in, and get it all to work. Good luck.